Hey, welcome to Ensorga, West Virginia, home of the first high-efficiency biological treatment facility in the United States. My name is Emily Dyson, and I am the Vice President of Science, Research, and Development. At our facility, we bring in municipal solid waste and commercial and industrial waste, and we turn it into a high-quality fuel, which is used by Argos Cement right down the road. I hope you enjoy a few of our videos and that you get some really good information. Welcome to Ensorga. This tractor trailer just arrived from Ohio and is going to offload commercial and industrial waste that we can turn into a high quality fuel here at Ensorga, West Virginia. The truck itself will unload into 26-foot deep pits that can hold 300 tons of commercial and industrial waste before having it processed into fuel. Hi, Aziz.
Hello.
So tell me a little bit about what your job is here.
My job is to watch. What I do is when the trucks come in to our pits, I transfer the material from our pits into what we call the trommel, and the trommel separates the material into our overs and unders. And what my job is to grab, once the material goes out into our biohull, that it has, I have to wait at least 346 hours, which is approximately like 4 days, to actually take the material, blend it in to what we call a CNI with our dry material, and it takes it off into area what we call is SRF, which is the fuel that we use, that we have other people that come buy our fuel and put it out to our consumer.
So what other jobs have you had
Before this job,
before this job? What else have you done?
before this job, I worked for a company that I was an automated technician, and what I did was the material that used to come through the press, I had to make sure that it had its right heat. It opened and closed. It didn't have any flaws on the material, which was like caps, such as like your local Dawn products, Old Spice, Pantene. So my job was to make sure that the tops of it was 100% good, whereas though another company came and bought it, and it went to your local Dollar Generals, your Walmarts, your big companies like that, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite part of this job?
Honestly, the favorite part I like about the job is I like everything, but what's unique to me about this job is that when you're dealing with what we deal with, trash every day. You would think that you would come to a place and it's like dirty, it's flies, it smells bad, and so on and so forth. But this right here is kind of amazing how we take your local trash and we turn it into something different. Whereas though it's kind of minimizing the trash going out to the landfill and polluting the air, and so to speak.
Great. Well, thanks, Aziz.
You're welcome.
This is our commercial and industrial storage area. This is where materials from places like Procter & Gamble and Volvo send their materials that they can no longer turn into viable products. As you can see, we have everything here from dryer sheets to plastic bags to cardboard to paper. Pretty much anything that can't be put into the recycling stream right now, we can take. Hey, Chels.
Hey.
So, let's talk a little bit about what you do here. What's your job?
So I am the manager of administration here at Ensorga, West Virginia. I deal directly with the employees. I do payroll, but I also do purchasing. I procure parts for our maintenance team, solicit bids, and work directly with the plant manager and our managing directors, as well as our managing BioHiTech Global.
Great. So how did you wind up here? What's the path that brought you here?
So I've kind of taken a varied path. I've worked anywhere from fast food. I was a manager at Sheetz for quite a while. I've been a bartender. I actually ended up in school for environmental policy and law and decided policy and law just wasn't for me. And my last job before here was Apple Valley Waste. And luckily I learned about Ensorga and I had an opportunity to become the lab technician here, and I kind of worked my way up.
Very good, very good. So what would you tell your middle school age self as far as just some words of wisdom?
Don't be too hard on yourself. It doesn't have to be a college degree or schooling that leads you to where you need to be. That it really just takes hard work and determination to get you where you need to go.
Great. Thanks, Jess. Hey, Sean Michael. Got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
What is it you do here at Ensorga?
Well, I'm a laborer and I just keep the place tidy, sweep around, keep it checked with the containers, make sure they're at proper level to weigh out and, proper way. And yeah, just keep the place in check, make sure everything's good and yeah.
So just so everybody knows, that's a critical part of the operation of Ensorga, West Virginia. We make a fuel, so having dust and dirt in the atmosphere can be very flammable. So what Sean Michael does is really important to us. So Sean Michael, what kind of jobs have you had before this one?
Well, before this job, I was a painter.
Okay.
I used to paint walls and buildings. We did power washing. We power washed the house before we painted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Ensorga? Why'd you decide to come and work here?
Well, it's more. I came here. I just came here for better job opportunities. Experience more.
Sure.
Florida was hot. I kind of wanted to experience the cold.
All right.
And
So what's your favorite part about working here?
I really like the team, like workers here. Like we work as a team. I really like how that is. Another thing, like my schedule.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Julian. A couple questions for you. So what is it that you do here for Ensorga, West Virginia?
I'm a maintenance, work on the machines.
What are your hours here?
2 to 10:30.
2 to 10:30. And you spend most of your time working on equipment?
Yes, most of it.
Yeah. So how did you get your mechanical background?
My mechanical background basically came from me working on houses.
Okay.
I actually built houses for a living before I came here. Before I
Okay.
really started working in the factories.
So are you learning on the job here?
Yes.
That's awesome.
As I see the maintenance people, as I was a laborer, I seen the maintenance guys walk around fixing things as things go down. I would walk around, follow them, watch what they do, and it's like I got a photographic memory.
There you
so
go.
I would do it. It happens again after I done watched them a few times, and I tried it out one day, and it worked.
Good.
To where it went down, plant went down, and before they got to it, I already took care of it, and
That's awesome. So
got
you
plant
started
done.
here as a laborer and you were promoted to maintenance.
Yes,
Very good. So there's some upward mobility.
yes.
Very good. So what's your favorite part about working here?
My favorite part about working here is really the team that I work with.
That's great.
Everybody's nice, and it's like a family atmosphere. It's not really a real hard job, so
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Julian.
thank you.
Hey, Larry. So give us a little bit of an idea of what you do here at Insorga, West Virginia.
Well, here at Insorga, I find myself quite busy at times. I operate this roll-off truck to remove containers that are loaded and replace them with empties. I also operate the yard mule, and I move the loaded and empty trailers for the tractor trailer around the yard. I'm also assigned to go over to a company called Argos and move empty trailers out of this machine that we back them into and put full ones in.
All right. So do you have a CDL?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. How long have you been driving trucks?
I've been driving trucks now for 16 years.
Wow. So what other jobs have you had prior to working here with Insorga?
Wow. Mainly, I started out delivering bulk cement for this one company. I went from I drove in Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and then I moved on to delivering Chrysler auto parts overnight using a tractor trailer. And I even had a job when I was delivering empty equipment for the post office via tractor trailer. And I like working here at Insorga because even though I'm operating vehicles here, I'm not out there on the road with all those folks that sometimes can irritate you.
There you go. There you go. So Larry, what would you tell yourself if you were in middle school again? What would you tell yourself as far as how to get where you want to be?
Where you get to where you want to be? What I would have told myself, I was a late bloomer when it came to driving, and my father actually pushed me into it. And I would like to tell my 12-year-old self, Larry, get more interested in driving and pay more attention to your father, because I'm so glad that my father taught me how to drive. And also one of the things that he said to me was that, because I had jumped in this Cadillac thinking that when he was taking me out to drive, I was going to ride in the Cadillac with the automatic. He said, no, no, no. You're getting in the other car with the standard so that you can drive any vehicle. Thank you, Dad.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Larry.
You're quite welcome.